This is my part 3. The topic is geometric sequence. Find the specified term of each geometric sequence. I have here example number 1, fifth term, and then A1 is 810, and then common ratio is 1/3. So I have here, meaning I need to find the A5 or the fifth term. So the formula is A1 times R raised to the power of n minus 1. So my A1 is 810. Then my common ratio is 1/3. N, which is fifth term, so this will be 5 minus 1. So this will be 810, 1/3. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So 810. What is 1/3 raised to the power of 4? 1/3 raised to the power of 4, meaning 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3. So multiply 4 times itself. So 1 times 1 times 1 in the numerator will be equal to 1. And then for the denominators, I have here 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. So 1/3 raised to the power of 4 is equal to 1/81. So this will be 1/81. So I need to multiply 810 by 1/81. So 810 times 1/81. So this is over 1. Then I need to multiply the numerators, which is equal to 810. And then denominators, 1 times 81 is 81. Now what is 810 divided by 81? So this will be 81 divided by 81 is equal to 1. And then multiply, and then subtract 81 by 81, that will be 0. Then we need to bring down this 0. And then 0 divided by 81, this will be 0. And then multiply, then this will be 0. So my A sub 5 is equal to 10. Okay? Now, let us check if my A sub 5 is correct. So note that A sub 5 is equal to 10. So my first term is 810. So this is A sub 1. So this will be A sub 2. Next is A sub 3. A sub 4. And then A sub 5. So the last term, which is fifth term. And then we just put my answer in here. That is 10. See to it that the last term will be equal to 10. So how to check? So I have to find A sub 2. So to find A sub 2, simply write A sub 1 times R. So A sub 1 is 810 times my common ratio is 1/3. This is over 1, and then multiply 810 by 1. So that is equal to 810, and then 1 times 3 is 3. So 810 divide by 3. So I can divide 8 by 3 by estimating. So how many 3 do I have in 8? So I have 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then 8, take away 6, that will be 2. Since 2 cannot be divided by 3, so bring down 1. Now, how many 3 do I have in 21? So 21 divided by 3 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Take away, that will be 0. And then bring down 0. 0 divided by 3 is 0. Then multiply 0. So I come up with 270. So my A sub 2 is 270. Okay. Next, I have to find the value of a sub 3. So again, a sub 3 will be equal to a sub 2 times r. So my a sub 2 is 270 times common ratio, which is 1 over 3. This will be over 1. Multiply 270 times 1 is 270. And then 1 times 3 is 3. So what is 270 divided by 3? So 270 divided by 3. So I need these two digits. So 27. How many 3 are there in 27? So I have 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Since this is 0, I need to bring down 0 in here. So 0 divided by 3 is 0. And then multiply by 3, that will be 0. So my a sub 3 is 90. Next. What is my a sub 5? A sub 4. Sorry, this is wrong. It should be a sub 4. A sub 4 is a sub 3 times r. So my a sub 3 is 90 times my common ratio is 1/3. This will be over 1, and then multiply 90 by 1, that is 90. And then 1 times 3 is 3. So 90 over 3. I can divide this one by mental math. So 0 divided by 3 is 0. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So my a sub 4 is 30. Now let's check a sub 5 if that's 10. So a sub 4 times r. So my a sub 4 is 30 times 1/3, which is the common ratio. This will be over 1, and then multiply numerators. This will be 30, and then 1 times 3 is 3. So 30 over 3. By using mental math, 0 divided by 3, that will be 0. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So this is correct. My a sub 5 is equal to 10. So that's correct. Now let's go to number 2. I need to change this one, the a1, the term, and then the common ratio. So this is number 2. Number 2, the common ratio is 2. And then my a sub 1 is 2 over 3. And then, let's say this is seventh term. So meaning, including a1, so that will be the last term is 7th term. So I have here 2 over 3. And then I need how many lines? I need 6, right? 3. This is a1, a2, a3, a4, a5, a6. I need space. This is a5, a6, and then the last will be a7. So this is the last term. So 7th term. So I need to solve a7 because we are required to solve the 7th term. And then the formula is a7 is equal to a1 times r raised to the power of n minus 1. Substitute from the equation, which is a7 is equal to a sub 1 times r n minus 1. Because we need the a7 in here. Okay? So a1, which is 2 over 3, times r. R is equal to 2. Then n. N is 7. So this will be 7 minus 1. So this will be 2 over 3 times 2 to the power of 6. Because 7 minus 1 is 6. So what is 2/3 times 2 to the power of 6? So 2 to the power of 6, meaning 6 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 2, 16. Times 2, 32. Times 2 is equal to 64. So this will be multiplied by 64, and then I need to put 1 in the denominator. So I need to multiply 2 times 64. So 2 times 64, this is 8, and this is 12. So for the numerator, I have 128. Then for my denominator, 3 times 1 is 3. So I have here my last term is equal to 128 over 3. Okay, so let us check if A7 will be correct. We need to find the next term before A1. Find A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, and we have to check if this is the last term is correct. So to solve A2 is equal to A1 times R. So A1 is 2 over 3 times R. R is 2. So over 1. So this will be 2 times 2 is 4. And then 3 times 1 is 3. So my A sub 2 is 4 over 3. Now, find A3. A3 will be equal to A2 times R. So A2, which is 4 over 3, times the common ratio, which is 2. And then I need to put 1 in the denominator. So I need to multiply this one. 4 times 2 is 8. And then 3 times 1 is 3. So I have here A3 will be 8 over 3. Let's move to A4, solving for A4. A4 is A3 times R. A3 is 8 over 3 times 2. This will be over 1. So 8 times 2 is 16. Then 3 times 1 is 3. So this will be 16 over 3. Now solving for A5. A5 is A4 times R. So A4 is 16 over 3 times 2. Then I need to put 1 in the denominator. 16 times 2 is 32. And then 3 times 1 is 3. So for my A5, this is 32 over 3. Now, A6 is equal to A5 times R. So A5 is 32 over 3 times 2. This will be over 1. So 32 times 2. So this is 2 times 2 is 4. Then 2 times 3 is 6. Then 3 times 1. So this will be equal to 3. So my A6 is 64 over 3. Now let us solve the last term or the seventh term. And we know that we answered before is 128 over 3. So A7 is equal to A6 times R. My A6 is 64 over 3 times 2. And then I need to put 1 in here. And then multiply 64 times 2. This is 8. 6 times 2 is 12. So I have here 128. And then 3 times 1 is 3. So I've got the correct answer. So 128 over 3 is my seventh term. So that's all.